Dear candidates, in late March 2016, Robert De Niro, the father of a young man on the autism spectrum, was successfully pressured into removing a film from the Tribeca Film Festival. The film, which was censored, included information from Dr. William Thompson about corruption inside the CDC. I encourage all interested in this issue to please give maximum support and understanding to Mr. De Niro. Please listen to Dr. Thompson describe how no one holds the CDC accountable.
That's what I keep seeing again and again and again. And I've been involved in a separate situation unrelated to this where these senior people just do completely unethical, vile things, and no one holds them accountable. Nothing I shared with you was classified. Nothing I shared with you was privileged information in any way. And if anything, people on that have been my supervisors have broken laws, but I'm not going to be the judge of that. So
why not? I'm sorry. That I meant to put you on the spot. If you feel on the spot, mission accomplished. But if they're doing things that are illegal that are hurting children, I mean,
I know, but
I understand the quandary if you can't prove it. I mean, if you can't prove it, you can't prove it, and you can't go on record because it make you look like shit.
No, it's going to turn into hearsay. It's going to be my opinion versus 4 other co-authors.
Uh-huh.
And the 4 other co-authors have a lot of support from the rest of the CDC. There is no one that would come to my defense. The rest of them are all senior-level people, and everyone would rally around them and try and figure a way out. And they would figure a way out. That's the deal. That's what I keep seeing again and again and again. And I've been involved in a separate situation unrelated to this where these senior people just do completely unethical, vile things, and no one holds them accountable.
In addition to the president not holding the CDC accountable, Congress has also abdicated its responsibility. Chair people of congressional committees, please listen as Dr. Thompson describes how he would like to personally stop lying, but in order to do so, he needs to be subpoenaed. He needs to be forced to testify.
No. I know, but I just want to say that you found what I consider the biggest problem. So this is here's what I want to be careful of. Okay.
Yes.
I want to be careful of not. Here's what I want to say is, like if I were forced to testify or something like that, I'm not going to lie. But I also don't want to say things to you right now that aren't some written form.
Right.
I want to be very careful about that. And I will say, if I'm forced, if it comes through legitimate channels and I'm forced to answer questions, I'm not going to lie. I basically have stopped lying. So
Dr. Thompson says he wants to stop lying, but he needs to be subpoenaed to do so. You'll also have to subpoena his colleagues. Please listen as Dr. Thompson describes how his colleagues and co-authors have said that they will never testify before Congress again.
Well, let me tell you something really interesting I learned about this week.
Okay.
So in the midst of this, and, I was yelling at Marshall Lynn this week. I mean, Marshall Lynn and I were, I suggested I resign, and it's like that type of stuff going on right now. And the whole place is a big pressure cooker. So, and I don't know if you know this, the CDC was invited to testify, and they declined. So
really?
Yeah, and Marshall Lynn said she's been offered to testify. She won't. Colleen has been offered to testify. Colleen said she will never go and testify again.
It's your move, Chair people. If a 22,000% increase in autism in one generation is acceptable to you, if the status quo is acceptable to you, then don't hold hearings on this subject. If it is, please subpoena Dr. Thompson and his colleagues, because the American public needs to hear this story. There can no longer be status quo at the CDC. The time for congressional and presidential action is now.